This is Morten from INKISH. We are reporting from Printing United in Orlando 2025. Fabulous show, and I think my guest Andrew Gunn, he will agree with me on that, right, Andrew?
It's a great show. I love how it's so open. It seems like it's all in one place, and it's not all, well, you got to go to the North Hall or whatever. It's good, yeah.
I think also because, the Printing United people, they really want to talk about the convergence, right?
Yeah, convergence does seem to be the buzzword I've been hearing quite a bit, yeah.
But they actually did that already from the beginning.
Yeah.
And then you have two separate halls. You cannot talk about convergence, right? Yeah. Here you have, and Fuji is, of course, an interesting, because you have products across the entire product range, basically.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. We're showing, and I think at this show we've kind of dialed it up a little bit on some of our new technology, our new ink sets that we're showing with Aquafuse, which you can don't get me started on that one. But of course, our production toner-based devices. We brought out our new 285 and 2100. But also remember, this is a production show, but a lot of people, we put out some office technology because we need to serve that market as well. And everybody was like, oh, I didn't know you did that. Sometimes that's the hardest thing to hear, but also it's the biggest opportunity, right? So we're really kind of diversifying what we're showing across the board.
That is funny because last time we met was at your open house in Chicago.
It's back in March, wow.
Yeah, that's that far away,
yeah.
Right? And I was just because, at first I was a little bit surprised because when you introduced your entire product range, you actually had I can't remember the name of your office equipment, but they had like
the Apios,
yeah.
MFP
yeah.
A3, A4. Yeah.
And then you had the Vivora, then you have the jet presses.
Yeah,
and then,
the white format, yeah. The Acuity white format.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
And I was just like, why did you bring it there? And then I just realized, okay, in America, obviously, the implants, they have both office equipment and the larger production equipment.
Yeah, or our commercial printers, they've got a back office requirement as well.
Yeah,
our channel partners, they're answering bids in, we call GEM accounts, government, education, medical, manufacturing, you name it. So yeah, you got to show that, like I say, that linear view, that platform view.
You wanted to show more, right?
I wanted to show more. Well, we talk about more. More is my favorite word in the English language. I don't know what yours is in the Danish language, but mine's more. More is good.
Similar, yeah.
Right, so you'll notice the theme around here.
Yeah.
Make more with Fujifilm.
I think we talked about it a little bit before, but the first time where I really paid more attention to it was at the media day just a few days ago.
Yeah.
You explained specifically, because it's not just the name, but it's also an acronym.
It's not just a word or a name, exactly. It actually stands for something, more, right?
Yeah.
So why I like the word, right? So more is, multi-platform offering, right? Optimized performance for R is for the favorite one, revenue growth, and then E is for expanded experiences, right? So we've turned it into, not just a word, but actually an actual acronym, a meaning of something that stands for something, like scuba, right?
And it's the same, at the same time, it's also, let's say, a commitment to yourself of a process, right?
I think so, yeah. It really is, because it's committing. You're committing everything to that vertical, and you're defining what more means, whether it's M, O, R, or E. You pick your favorite. I've got an explanation for you.
So which one should we take?
Why not E?
E?
Let's go with E.
And what was that about?
It's about expanded experiences, right? So when we look at E, it's like, okay, well, Fujifilm's more than technology. How can Fujifilm help me? So if we look at different things in CMYK+, digital embellishments, print decoration, call it whatever you will, we've put a program together, and actually we're in front of our Aspire tower right now. And it's really, we've created this 360-degree view of helping our customers, but not even customers. We're surrounded by students coming in, learning how to design for CMYK+. So, and I've always said this, and we'll say it one more time, when those tides rise, we want to make sure all the boats rise together with them, right? So whether you're Fujifilm or not, we're going to help you learn how to design for these things. But then
and you have put actions behind the word, because I think you start working with what's her name in Canada?
Christine Yardley.
Christine Yardley.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You have working with Lucy Swanson. You are working with
some of the best thought leaders.
Precisely. Also in the design and communication world. So this is actually not just about saying it; it's also actually putting both money and action into the E, basically. Right?
Exactly. But we had to create it, and we get back to that E, elevated, expanded experiences. But we needed to. Everybody's got skin in the game. So I'm a designer. I don't know how to do it. No problem coming to do designer training. Hey, Andrew, I'm a pricing person in my printer. I don't know how to price this thing. No problem. We've got pricing guides and tools that make it easier for you to cost this thing out. Andrew, I'm a marketing person. I don't know how to market for this. No problem. We've created personas, whether you're hospitality, automotive, retail, beverage. We're creating also mini personas that we give to our marketers to say, here's where embellishments that you can do within these verticals. And then of course we've got, operator guides. Hey, that designer gave you a file. Here's, when you get down to the rip level, here's how you accept that file. But also creating tools that customers can brand their own, personalized, but also embellished. Turnkey solutions that we give our customers. Again, yes, it's going to help us move more here. More, see that happen there?
I got it.
You got it. But at the end of the day, what we want to do is we want to help our customers elevate their game, but also help folks who don't have any Fujifilm technology. So it's a business development program that allows our customers to, again, have expanded experiences with Fujifilm.
Let me ask you a question, because in the past, and I'm actually wondering if Fujifilm should be taken into that group. I have always, for years at least, said that I think that one of the big challenges we have in our industry is basically that we are not so good at getting people from the outside to understand the value creation we can do here. And I always said that the two only companies that I found that was really good at it was HP and Canon, because they had their book forum, they had the application thing. But but with the things that you're doing now, should I include you in that let's say group of companies where you're obviously everybody wants to sell? But should I also take you into the group that you see a responsibility as one of the major players developing the industry as such, or?
Well, it's not just responsibility, it's obligation, isn't it? So the fact that you're saying that, and your fact that you're looking outwards and how to bring people in, yeah, I think yes is the answer. That's the short answer, but we definitely need to be, so as you're right, as you're walking through, why HP, why Canon, why Fujifilm, you have to answer the bell on that one, and by showing those things, not just pretty pictures.
Yeah, precisely. But I mean, if you look at, I don't know if they can take 1,000% credit for it, but if you look at Coca-Cola's naming campaign, and HP took credit for that one. If you look at let's say the very fine personalized books that Canon does, and bring those out also in not just in the print venue, but also to other venues, that is where people start to really understand what we as an industry
Yeah, but name recognition is not just about the biggest name on the billboard sign or the pop bottle that or
is what you do basically.
Or whatever. I want to appeal to the small, the medium, and the big. So whatever size you're going to be, I want to democratize amazing color, amazing image quality, but also being able to say yes to more things. So that's great that they can, swing for the fences with a big name, but we want to, again...
Oh yeah, I understand that, 100%.
Yeah.
I was just thinking, Andrew, because one of the things I really like about talking to you, for example, right, is that we often get around also very holistic topics when we talk. And I think the journey that Fujifilm has been on for the past years at least, right?
Yeah.
Since
like about 2022.
Something like that, right? I think that it's amazing how much money that's been spent in R&D, in marketing, in acquiring new people, acquiring market space.
And there's a lot of stuff that you haven't even seen yet.
Yeah, so, I can imagine that. But I was just wondering, when you look at that journey, and then you say that now we add that chapter to having the new generations, or the generations of who's actually creating. I mean, it is a vast task to do, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'm looking around here, and speaking of that, you do see bigger crowds here, I've noticed today, but you're also seeing a bit of a younger crowd too. You're seeing young people come in and sort of saying, I want to do that, because there is this fatigue, electronic fatigue, if you will. There's a tangibility factor that I've noticed that the younger generation are really getting into. My kids, for as an example, I've got a 16 and 17-year-old. I think they like the tangibility of print. When they're studying now, they're actually taking pencil to paper and actually working out, whether it's a deductive reasoning course or any kind of math equation. And that's something I've not seen in a while. I just quietly back away and let them do their thing versus clicking on a tablet. So yeah, I'm seeing a lot of that in my experiences, and it's definitely good to see.
And in your role, your global role with Fujifilm, are you able to get it outside? I mean, I know you do it in the US. I know that you do it in your organization.
Yeah.
But do you feel that it's difficult to get it out to, let's say, different parts of the world? Or?
I don't at all, because there's other things like for example, we've got the Make More strategy, which is a North American based value proposition that we did here, homegrown.
Yeah, so it's made here, but it's the tip of the world, right?
Yeah, so we've expanded it. So Toshi Kino, we call him Revori Man, he recognized this earlier, and we've expanded it. I mean, we've been in Japan and Singapore, in Europe to roll out this whole Make More. But at Fujifilm, it is about collaboration, where we're using, in even the one from Europe, their value proposition around Thrive, with our channel partner over here. So we have become this global organization that's not siloed by country or opto.
Okay, so basically you see that as an advantage. There are small differences in the different markets and how they do it.
Yeah, we talked about E. You like the E and the More. E is also for expansive, right? So we've been able to expand that whole More methodology globally as well. And I think it's got some legs, and I think it's got some tread. It's going to last for a while.
You said that we haven't seen all the great stuff that we can expect with the. But I'm just wondering. I mean, do you see? I mean, because when you look at we talked about convergence in the beginning, right? Is it all markets that actually are potential, or is it particular markets that you see that are more interesting for companies like Fujifilm? Sorry.
I'm not afraid to say I don't know.
Okay.
Right? And I think sometimes one of the greatest sayings in humankind, in the history of humankind, is why, and I don't know. Right? Think about that for a second. The great thing, because the answer is so nuanced, right? So I think that if we look at our legacy customers, they're finally seeing our production toner stuff as a viable alternative to offset. They don't want to have to hang 250 make-readies per week. I want to have one of one, Andrew, right? So I see that. We could go down I could get down the rabbit hole there, but I do sort of see a lot of different plays of digital transformation that folks are coming in, whether it's the toner side or whether it's the white formide. And that aquafuse, that UV water-based ink, people look at me like, what? Whoa, what's that? So yeah, you're getting people that are starting to come in and ask that question, why? Well, let us tell you why. But we've got a lot of stuff that's coming out. But again, it's got to be brought out at the right time so it's ready from day one, and not going back in and doing bug fixes, because you can lose your shirt and your reputation with that. But at Fujifilm, as you know, we're innovating every day. And I've seen behind the curtain when I've been over in Japan, and I can't wait for some of the things that are to come.
What it sees to trend on.
No problem, anytime.